My name is Christina Finnerty, and I am a family nurse practitioner. I love practicing medicine because I love to get to the root cause of what is going on, as opposed to just looking at the signs and symptoms and/or a diagnosis. So one of the unique things about how I got introduced to this philosophy of looking at the root cause of medicine versus what is generally taught in medicine is you evaluate someone, you diagnose them, and you give them a treatment. Part of my background as a nurse practitioner is that I was a nurse for several years prior to becoming a nurse practitioner. So I have that holistic approach at really looking at somebody and understanding the emotional component to things, the social component, and I love the educational component. So I spend a lot of time getting to know people and getting to know all of the other things that may be affecting their health. So one of my first jobs in medicine was at a clinic similar to this, where we really looked at how much sleep interferes with the healing, how much food, how important food is, other types of treatments that could be done. So I was very fortunate early on in my medical career to learn that we are a holistic body. We are not a diagnosis and a treatment. So I have evolved over the last 18 years in starting out with more of what we used to call anti-aging medicine. Now we call it more integrated or functional medicine. So one of the reasons that I am so passionate about sleep is I know and have seen over the many, many years of doing this type of education with people is that everything that potentially goes on with our health, for example, things like high blood pressure, diabetes, insulin resistance, weight gain, inability to lose weight, problems with hormone balancing, things like cancer, Alzheimer's, dementia, anxiety, depression, all of those things have a direct root cause in how we sleep and what your breathing patterns are when you sleep and what your oxygen levels are doing during sleep and or even just what stages of sleep you get into. So sleep is the foundation to really understanding what might be going on with all of the other things that you're trying to treat during the day. One of the amazing things that they have available here at Doctor's Country Health Clinic is the hyperbaric oxygen chamber. And that is something that has the most immense benefits. There are absolutely no downsides to the hyperbaric oxygen chamber. And I wrote down a few really important notes because I wanted to make sure that I told you guys all of the benefits of the hyperbaric oxygen chamber that they have available here. So this chamber and this type of technology has been around since 1940s, probably even before then. It is used at all of the biggest universities and places where they are doing studies in medicine. Some of the things that are helpful in the hyperbaric oxygen chamber are to treat things like traumatic brain injuries, concussions, post-stroke, post-heart attack, or cardiovascular events. What the hyperbaric oxygen chamber does is you're getting into a chamber and it is delivering 100% oxygen. The air that we breathe is 21% oxygen, and we all know that we cannot survive without oxygen. But what happens when you get into the hyperbaric oxygen chamber is that it is pressurized and it is 100% oxygen. That means that you get upwards of 1,200% more oxygen driven into your body simply by breathing while you're in the chamber. So it's a very comfortable place where you are lying down for an hour. There is no pain involved. There is nothing invasive. And the whole purpose is to increase the amount of oxygen that your body takes in to therefore heal the body. Oxygen is healing. It's one of the most important things that we can do for our body. So infections that don't heal, diabetic ulcers, it gets rid of bacteria. Let me look at my notes. It helps with what's called microvascular circulation. So all those little tiny blood vessels within our body that may not be getting the oxygen that they need. When you go into a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, it's delivering that oxygen at such a higher concentration that you can literally heal the body. It helps to increase the stem cells, and we know that stem cells heal the body as well. So it is great for things like diabetes, again, cardiovascular disease, head injuries, It's great for athletes to recover from injuries that they may have had quicker. It is wonderful for repairing and healing basically anything within the body, speeds tissue healing. So there are no downsides to getting inside the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, and it oftentimes requires just 1 hour of really relaxation while you're in the chamber, and then you get out, and it is multiple times that you go into this chamber, and each time that you go in, more and more healing can occur.